Are you a fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Do you also appreciate a good watch collection? Then you're in for a treat in his latest YouTube video. The Rock unveils his impressive new watch collection that beats everything he's owned before. From his days in World Wrestling Entertainment to his current status as one of the biggest movie stars in the world, The Rock has always had a love for watches. His collection is made up of various brands, but one thing is for sure, he loves a watch that commands major wrist presence. If you want to see The Rock's latest watch collection and hear his thoughts on each piece, be sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel and press the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Dwayne Johnson's Audemars Piguet watches. When you catch a glimpse of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's wrist, you'll likely spot a massive watch. He's a fan of Audemars Piguet timepieces, and he's been seen sporting the 44mm Audemars Piguet Royal Oak offshore watch in stainless steel. You can snag one of these on the secondary market for anywhere from $30,000 to $35,000. But that's not the only watch in The Rock's collection. He's also been spotted wearing the much rarer and, in my opinion, more attractive Audemars Piguet Royal Oak chronograph with a frosted white gold case and bracelet and a purple dial. This particular piece is limited to just 200 units and has a more modest size of 41mm. It was released in 2019 and is incredibly difficult to get your hands on, as it can only be obtained through the secondary market. The Royal Oak chronograph is currently listed for around $320,000. Dwayne Johnson's Rolex watches. It's safe to say that no watch collection is complete without at least one Rolex, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson seems to agree. Although he's not a huge Rolex guy, he has been seen wearing a few different models. One of the watches The Rock has been spotted wearing is an all-gold Rolex Yachtmaster with a champagne dial. This watch is a bit smaller than his usual choices, measuring 40mm, and was produced in the early 2000s. It's likely a reference 16,628, and you could find it on the grey market for around $28,000. Another Rolex in Johnson's collection is the modern two-tone Rolex GMT Master 2 Root Beer. This watch gets its name from the black and brown rotating bezel, which resembles the colors of a root beer. Personally, I really like this two-tone watch. Although I'm not usually a fan of two-tone watches, I think the rose gold on this model is more timeless than yellow gold. The Rolex GMT Master 2 Root Beer retails for $15,250, but sells on the secondary market for around $25,000. Dwayne Johnson's International Watch Company watches. If you're a fan of big watches, then you'll love the International Watch Company collection, and so does Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He knows that a watch needs to be big enough to match his size. One of the International Watch Company timepieces he's been spotted wearing is the classic International Watch Company Big Pilot 7 Days, which has a large 46.2mm size and a 7-day power reserve. This watch can be bought directly from an International Watch Company for $13,200. Another International Watch Company watches in Johnson's collection is the limited edition International Watch Company Big Pilot Perpetual Calendar Spitfire with a green dial and bronze cape. This model was released in 2019 with only 250 pieces and can now be found on the secondary market for around $30,000. Finally, there's the IWC Portuguese annual calendar, which features some complications and is a more traditional-looking watch. Johnson has been spotted wearing this piece with its stainless steel case and sunburst blue dial, which happens to be one of my favorites. It currently retails for $21,500. Dwayne Johnson's Breitling Super Ocean Heritage B01 chronograph watch. Aside from his love for the International Watch Company watches, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson also has a soft spot for another brand with a strong aviation background. Recently, he was spotted wearing the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage B01 chronograph watch, which comes with a sleek mesh steel bracelet and a beautiful sunburst blue dial. This watch is priced at $8,300 and definitely makes a statement on the wrist. Breitling has always been known for their aviation-themed watches, and The Rock's Super Ocean Heritage B01 chronograph is no exception. With its sturdy build and beautiful design, this watch is perfect for anyone who loves a mix of functionality and style. Dwayne Johnson's Panerai watches. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has always been a big fan and collector of Panerai watches. He apparently started collecting them in his early days and even wore one while holding his daughter Simone when she was still a baby. The watch in question was a limited edition 44mm Panerai Luminor Marina in titanium with a black dial, which you can find on the secondary market for around $5,400. But his love for Panerai hasn't faded over the years. In fact, he was spotted at Super Bowl LVI between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams wearing a 44mm Panerai submersible gold-touch watch with a ceramic bezel, black dial, and a caoutchouc black strap. This watch retails for $30,000. Johnson is such a big fan of Panerai that he's even worn their watches in several movies, including the Panerai Luminor Submersible he wore in 2019's Fast and Furious Presents, Hobbs and Shaw. Although the 42mm watch looked small on his large wrist, it still made a statement. You can find the on the secondary market for around $6,800. Dwayne Johnson's Oris provider date watch. Panerai is not the only brand of watch that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has worn in movies. He's actually worn watches from other brands too, including Oris. In the movie Fast and Furious 6 2013, Johnson is seen wearing a discontinued Oris Pro Diver date watch. If you're interested in this watch, you can learn more about it on Oris's website. It's interesting to note that Oris watches have not only made appearances in the Fast and Furious franchise, but have also been featured in many other movies and TV shows. This just goes to show how popular and versatile this brand is. Dwayne Johnson's Tag Heuer Monaco. Rock made an appearance with his co-star Pierce Brosnan on the set of their movie Black Adam, sporting a classic Tag Heuer watch, the Monaco chronograph. Despite its 39mm size, the watch appears to be slightly bigger due to its square case shape. The Rock's Monaco is fixed on a stunning stainless steel bracelet and can be purchased for $7,450. The Tag Heuer Monaco is a timepiece that is highly recognized in the industry, and it has a rich history that dates back to the 1960s. It's a classic design that has stood the test of time and is favored by watch enthusiasts all around the world. Monaco has also gained popularity from being worn by legendary actor Steve McQueen in the film Le Mans. That's it for today. We hope you found our video interesting. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching and see you next time.